It's time to hit the jackpot because you're listening to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Sean and Sean Miller, breaking down betting into 4 categories to help you stay ahead of the game, sharing their thoughts, opinions, and analysis on how to bet it, where to bet it, and who to bet on. Now here are your hosts, Daryl Sean and Sean Miller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Bet, our How to Bet podcast. I'm Daryl Sean along with Sean the Genius Miller. Yes, it is the Super Bowl week. We've made it through the season. We're happy that you've been with us throughout. We appreciate it. We know there's a ton of choices, so we appreciate you coming to us here at How to Bet. Go to howtobet.com. Remember to leave comments. You watching on YouTube, leave those comments, good or bad. Also, go down a little bit further. That's where you go to the description box. Click those links. That's where you're going to find the preview for the big game from Sean the Genius Miller, along with injury updates, odds, they're changing, and exclusive offers to various sports books around the country. And we got a ton of them for this game. So get to howtobet.com, get there early and often. And right now I want to introduce a special guest today, Zach Schleien, the co-founder of Filter Off. And this is pretty cool, Sean. Zach, welcome to How to Bet, or HowToBet.com podcast.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I want you to tell everybody. I know that I looked into this Filter Off. It is the '1 video dating app. Speed dating, and it's pretty cool. I would say this, Sean. I'm old now, and I'm taken, but I would kill it. I would kill if I had. I would crush this. I would have a date every single night because I have an outstanding personality. So 3 minutes, I would just boom, we're in. But it is no. And all kidding aside, it is an outstanding app. And why don't you tell the people about it, a little bit about it, Zach?
Yeah, sure. So Filter Off, it's a video speed dating app, so you can browse all sorts of events, RSVP. We schedule up to 10 video dates, and you go on these video date sessions that are fast and they're fun. And if you are a match with anyone, then you could then message or video chat after that.
I know, it's based around events, obviously Super Bowl coming up, and, the Winter Olympics is going on and stuff like that, World Cup coming up. I mean, is that kind of to try to get people that might be interested in the same type of things together?
Yeah, exactly. So aside from like our city-based events, we also have these national events. So like, for example, with the Super Bowl, we have a Super Bowl singles event the day before the Super Bowl. So it's to meet like-minded people. So hopefully you are a match, and then maybe the day of the Super Bowl, you could perhaps watch it together.
That's outstanding. Now, I don't know if you can help this guy out because it's really difficult. If you can help this guy out, you have the greatest apps in the history. So our producer, Trey the Nerd Wright, he's a Washington. What do you call them now? The Commanders. He's a Washington.
They're still the football team.
The Washington. See what I mean?
And
this is going to be a difficult task.
He likes the Devils.
No.
Yeah, the
NASCAR.
NASCAR is good. Devil,
yeah.
We don't.
So
discuss
Zach,
the Devils.
in just this short time, you see what I'm talking about. This would be a task to get this guy. So Trey Wright, he goes on, let's say, and he's looking for a date, and he's struggling, but he's a Washington Commander fan. So is there a way like he would just go on and say, look, this is who I like. I like NASCAR. I like Washington Commanders. And then we're hoping that there's a like match out there, right?
Yeah. So based off your interests, you'll see relevant events. You could even create your own event. So if you want to bring Washington Commanders fans together, you could even create that sort of event. And if you have a community behind it, you could share it with that community. And it's like just a really easy way to meet, again, like-minded singles that also love the Washington Commanders.
That's outstanding.
I know you're saying how many. You told me before when we did an interview. How many events are you running? A week. I know you have different stuff every night all over the place, and you're based in New York, but you're running a lot of different events all the time, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've run now over 6,000 virtual speed dating events since the pandemic. some nights we have 30 events that run. So we run virtual speed dating events around the world now.
So I'm going to say baseball is probably, I don't know. I was just going to come off chauvinistic, but
you're not
I don't
soccer.
No, soccer. Women do women. Anyway,
oh yeah.
So I think baseball's probably, as far as getting together with a date there. I think baseball, in my mind, would be the top sport. Am I correct, or am I off here? Because I'm only right about 15% of the time.
In terms of on our app, or in terms of interest?
In terms of interest.
Yeah, I mean, I think our biggest events, right? Like I would say, like our Valentine's Day event that had we just ran one like pre-Valentine's that had over 500 people attending. We have another one on Valentine's Day. But yeah, our sporting events really vary. I think our best events are ones that are hosted by communities who can share with their community, and we can really allow for as large as the event. So it really could be anything.
What? Good.
I know, once again, too, the pandemic obviously was a little bit tough for people, but for you, like maybe when they weren't getting to go outside or go out, you were allowed to, maybe do these speed dating events, and meet people. Did the pandemic kind of help to boost the app and get it going?
Yeah, the pandemic literally changed everything in the online dating industry. I mean, I remember prior to the pandemic, if you ask anyone to FaceTime, they'd be like, that's so weird. And I'd be like, so you're cool with like going to a bar, you've never met me, but you're not cool jumping on a FaceTime chat just to see if we're a vibe. And that like made zero sense to me. And that's actually like one of the reasons why I created that. But I was like, it's the most efficient, safest. It's like just a good way to online date. And now you're not willing to jump on a FaceTime. People think the other way. Like, what are you hiding? The culture literally changed overnight. And that's because people are just comfortable now video chatting on Zoom and FaceTime with friends and loved ones and everything like that.
So filter off is, the name itself, you're seeing the person. There cannot be any kind of, not
like Instagram filters,
fake look at them, or, so really you're seeing the person, and then you're just judging quickly between 3 and 5 minutes on whether you feel like you have a connection, personality wise with this person. That's pretty cool.
100%. And same sort of thing, right? Like if you do go to one of these like Super Bowl events, you talk about who you're rooting for, who your favorite team is. And it's just like, it's just a much better way to actually connect as humans. It's like, why just swipe based off of their looks? You may think they're attractive, and you meet them and you're like, this person is a Giants fan, you're a Washington Commanders fan, not a fit. So it's just an easy way to see if you're a vibe really quickly.
All right, I have to ask this. We stay away from politics on this show, but in the dating world, because it has become so electric, just lightning rod electric, how have you seen issues with, I can't go, I'm not going there because they like him or him, you know what I mean? As far as Republican, Democrat, have you seen an issue here? Do you have these events based around any of the politics?
Yeah, I mean, we have Republican and Democrat date nights. I mean, it varies from person to person, but definitely can be an issue, especially with our last president. People would ask, like, if you supported him.
That's
and
so funny.
People would unmatch you if you did. That was very common in online dating.
That's so funny. Hey, all right, so now we have the Super Bowl. It's a big event for you guys. Super Bowl and Valentine back to back. You guys have a big week ahead. So the Super Bowl, do you guys get into it? I mean, do you follow? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I'm into the Giants. It's been a rough few years,
yes.
but some optimism now.
it's always odd when you change coaches. There's always an optimism. That's why if you have to kind of look back to see how optimistic you were when Joe Judge took the job, and then you're probably head over heels, and then that didn't work out.
Are you Yankees or Mets? Are you a baseball guy or?
Yankees.
Okay.
Yeah. Tough year. Another tough year for them coming up. I mean, they're going to win, but they're not going to win it. So, all right. So, Super Bowl. We have the Bengals. We have the Rams. Who does Zach Schleien like in this game?
Well, it's who I like or who do I want to win?
All right, we're called HowToBet.com. Okay, fair enough. We always say bet with your head, not with your heart. So we're HowToBet.com. So who if you had $10 to put down on this game, who you betting on?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the Rams.
Wow.
What is the spread right now?
It is 4.
It's around 4.
4. You can get a 4.5, 4. Some, most places 4.
Yeah, I would definitely take the Rams.
Wow, Zach just killing it. He's
reading my stories,
and he was very, very sure about himself. They're very sure about himself. Zach, okay, so one more time, how do people find you? And you know what? Before we go there, the comfort level. Would you say the comfort level, because it's, you go to a bar, even, if you went to speed dating face to face, or even if you went to a restaurant or a bar and you're just there and all of a sudden you see somebody you're attracted to and you walk up to them, for the most part, most people it's a tense situation. You little sweaty palms, little armpit sweat. So now, how much do you take that away? How comfortable is it when you're doing this online?
Yeah, I think it is a totally different experience than, let's say, speed dating in person. By doing it in the comfort of your own home from your phone or your computer just makes it a lot more comfortable. And you're also not other people aren't looking at you, and it's just you and the person on the screen. And it's a much more comfortable experience. But what it attracts is someone who is actually serious about connecting. Versus these swipe apps, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. A lot of the time, that's just someone just looking for self-validation. And that's the beauty. We attract a much more intentional and serious dater.
It's just outstanding. It really is a great idea. I wish I thought of it, but I didn't. I never think of anything. But that's a great job. That's a really great job by you guys. And all right, so Super Bowl, there's still time to get on this event, the Super Bowl event?
Yep. Just install the Filter Off app. It's available. It's free, Android, iOS, as well as the web. And just search Super Bowl and you'll see it.
All right, that's just great. So Filter Off, Zach Schleien from Filter Off. We appreciate you coming on. Hopefully you'll get more and more people going to the Super Bowl event, the Valentine's event, and great. Just best of luck to you. It's a great idea, and I think it's a good way to go, especially these days.
Thanks a lot. Hope you all cover your spreads and enjoy the Super Bowl.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Zach.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Zach. Zach Schleien, Filter Off. It is a great idea. Genius. Here's what I would do. I would go in front of I'd find somebody's Porsche or something, and I'd do my video chat right in front of the Porsche.
But that defeats the purpose of the whole app.
I understand.
The big question is, could we get him? Do you have a girlfriend or no?
Yes.
Oh, he has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. As good as Filter Off is, and I'm sure
she likes hockey too, right? And NASCAR.
Yeah. I've been getting her into hockey, so.
Well, what's brainwashing?
Well, hey, a hockey game is one of the best first dates. You were talking about your son McGuire. He is bringing his girlfriend to hockey Ryder Club hockey games. So
I didn't know that to be a fact. I was just guessing. I said, yeah. Can we edit that out now or no? No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I don't even know if he has a girl. I'm just saying. I think that he went.
It's a good atmosphere. Hockey games are a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Sorry, McGuire. Sorry if I saying
the cold setting. Yes, could be interesting for dates.
The nerd. Unbelievable.
We'll leave it at that.
Hey, remember, HowToBet, go to HowToBet.com and go to the comments, leave comments, good or bad. Also, go down a little further, description box. Click on those links. That's where you're going to find the preview from Sean the Genius Miller, updated odds, injury reports, and exclusive offers to various sports books around the country. Our big one this week was Caesars. We have a lot more though, and they have a lot of promotions. But we'll get into all that as far as these offers go. We'll do it the next segment as well as our quarterback breakdowns. We know the quarterback; he's the most important player for each of these teams. We're going to talk a little bit about the ticket market as well. We'll do it all after this. Oh, before we do, you're watching on YouTube. I almost forgot. How can I forget? Hit that subscribe button. I'll get fired. Hit that subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell. And get those thumbs up. But yeah, it's always free. Hit that subscribe button, please.
Go download that app.
And download that app.
If you're looking,
if you're looking for, a date, it's great. If you're looking for a date, go on that app, filter off. We appreciate Zach Schleien coming on with us. We'll be back breaking it all down for you as we go along. How to Bet, go to howtobet.com.
Let's go.
Welcome back to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Sean and Sean Miller, giving their thoughts, opinions, and analysis on how to bet, where to bet, and who to bet on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Bet, our HowToBet.com podcast. I am Daryl Sean. He's Sean the Genius Miller. And remember, you watching us on YouTube, leave comments, good or bad, and then go down. You could also ask for merchandise. We'll send you out merchandise. Go down to the description box. There you're going to find the links to the preview for this big game, along with injury reports, odds updates, and, of course, exclusive offers to various different sports books around the country. We're excited for that. There's a lot of great promotions going on this week. And, of course, go down and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, or the like button, the notification bell. Do it all for us. And we appreciate that. Hey, I am very happy to bring on our next guest, Kyle Zorn, the brand manager for TickPick. Go to tickpick.com and get all tickets, including Super Bowl tickets. Kyle, thanks for joining us here on howtobet.com. We really appreciate it.
Of course. Appreciate you guys having me on.
So TickPick does a great job. It's a great site, easy to use. We love it. And Kyle, one of the things that, of course, we bring you on because it is the big game here. And the ticket prices for this one, how first does it compare? Well, you know what? Let's go first with how much is it going to cost you to get in to the Super Bowl this week?
Yeah, so right now the cheapest ticket available is around $5,200. Just before the weekend, it was around $5,400. It started the trend down. More inventory has come onto the site. We'll see how the market reacts, but right now to get in, it would be $5,200.
Yeah, so I was with one of your competitors. I won't even mention them for a long time, and I know the Super Bowl the tickets don't drop as much as people think. I know a lot of people kind of wait it out to try to hope that they drop, and they might, but not as much as people think. Am I correct to still say that? Because I haven't been around it in a little while.
Yeah, for sure. I think this year is definitely also different in that all the tickets have gone electronic. So in years past, it's a physical ticket that would be local pickup. So right now you're going to have a lot of customers. It's very possible that tickets could pop leading into the weekend because on the secondary market, a lot of the times the ticket prices will drop leading up to the game. But right now you've got so many individuals hoping that the prices continue to fall. But with that many individuals who are looking to purchase a ticket all at once, that could drive the market back up. We shall see. But the Super Bowl is definitely one of those one-off events that is unlike your average event.
I see on the site. I go over to Europe a lot to see the other football.
Big soccer guy.
Manchester United fan. You even got tickets for Arsenal and Manchester United in London. Is that a kind of market you're trying to get into now as well? Some of the international stuff.
So right now we're just based in the U.S. and Canada. I know some of our competitors are branching out into other leagues in Europe and et cetera. But for right now, we are focused on the U.S. and Canada, just expanding market share here.
Like the NHL, NFL, NBA, like the main sports, right?
Yeah, for sure. So the main big four sports leagues, NHL, MLB, if they have a season, NBA, NFL.
Yeah. So in this game, how would it compare to last year? You had Brady. This year you have Burrow, Stafford. I think Burrow's still more of a draw than Stafford right now. He's just got this thing going on. But last year we had Brady. So how does it compare to last year's Super Bowl as far as the prices go?
Yeah, so right now the average purchase price, so taking a look at all the tickets purchased, it's actually more expensive than last year, which is just goes to show you that right now just how, I guess, LA is obviously a hot market, but last year there was limited capacity, so you have limited supply in the market, so that caused ticket prices to be more expensive than they normally would have been. If San Francisco had made it to the Super Bowl over the Rams, we easily would have been looking at the most expensive Super Bowl ticket on record. Right now, it's still trending as the most expensive Super Bowl ticket this year, but the average purchase price we have noticed decreased in the last few days. You've got, I mean, LA is a hot market. It's one of the highest household incomes in the country. You've got a lot of celebrities, you've got influencers. There's a lot of money out there, so that's driving the prices up. Bengals fans we saw they had a ton of demand throughout the playoffs, even when they were traveling to Tennessee and Kansas City. That market, it's a team that has a passionate fan base, is certainly helping prices. But looking at last year, right now, so the average purchase right now for a Super Bowl ticket is $7,600. Last year, when it was all said and done, was $7,300. It could very well trend to be below that if prices fall, but that's to be determined. Well,
that's interesting. So geographically, when you guys saw that it was at SoFi, you were happy as hell that you were getting that Super Bowl out in LA, opposed to say Pontiac,
Jacksonville,
Michigan. Yeah,
for sure. It's one of those. It also helps. I mean, for the Rams, it's even though it's a fan base that's relatively, I guess, new to that market, but Los Angeles, I mean, that stadium's beautiful. So if you want to experience the Super Bowl, you're not going to have a much better experience than going to SoFi. And so, I mean, what I expect, I mean, there's definitely going to be individuals who are not fans of either teams at this game who just want to experience the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. But yeah, it's certainly one of the better destinations for a Super Bowl.
So there's still time to get Super Bowl tickets. Tell everybody how they can get Super Bowl tickets and any other ticket really from TickPick.
Yeah, for sure. So we have an app on Google Play and iOS. So you can just search our name, download our app. We also have, you can go to our website, tickpick.com. No service fees, kind of our differentiator versus our competitors. So the price you see is the price you pay.
I love that because people, I know people get in there, they see the ticket price, they click on to buy it, and then all of a sudden they're like, whoa. Wait a second, that's not what I was just told, and that is it is a sticker shock. So I do like what you guys do there, and I think people do appreciate it that at the end of the day that they know what they're getting for how much they're getting it before they go ahead and try to make that final purchase. So I'm going to say thank you for everybody out there that's going to buy a ticket to, as I said, the Super Bowl or any other event. And we appreciate that. Hopefully baseball does get played this year. I think it will. I just don't know if it's going to be on time because in your business, man, you've been beat up a lot lately with the lack of games, the postponements, not just sports, but concerts, all kinds of events. So I really hope baseball gets played and there's no more that crap goes on where there's games canceled. So hopefully for you guys, we keep trending in the right direction and let's get baseball back.
Yeah, for sure. We're fingers crossed. Hopefully they come to a resolution here soon. Yeah, and the pandemic certainly didn't help, but we're battling through, and we'll take the punches. But hoping that the MLB season comes, whether it's on time, we just want to have a season. I think everybody just wants to have a season at this point. Just figure it out.
Yeah, too much money at hand. I think you're going to have one, and I'm pretty confident that it'll happen. Kyle, we really, really thank you for coming on. We got you at late notice, and you saved us here, so we do appreciate it. And TickPick, go to TickPick. We'll tell everybody to get to tickpick.com for the tickets. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Zorn from TickPick. Go to tickpick.com for your tickets. Get there for Super Bowl tickets, any tickets at all to any events. Get to TickPick. Remember to go to HowToBet.com for exclusive offers to sportsbooks around the country. You on YouTube, hit that the subscribe button, notification bell, like button.
We're going to talk a little bit about quarterbacks.
Yeah, we have to. You know, when you're talking Super Bowl, you got to talk quarterbacks, and the matchup between Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford. Well, that's the big matchup, I think Burrow, he's just been so great lately that's why. Well, I'm leaning that way. But as you see, most passing yards, a lot of good prop bets here, Sean. Most passing yards, Joe Burrow at -109, Matthew Stafford at -114. Most passing yards. Who's gonna throw more, Burrow or Stafford?
See, I think between the two of us here, we're gonna give away a little bit of our pick for the Super Bowl. I think Joe.
Well, I'll say this: win or lose, I think Burrow is going to throw for more than Stafford.
I think Joe Burrow's going to have a hard time. I think the defensive line and the defensive front seven of the Rams are going to give the offensive line of the Bengals a lot of problems. And I think he's going to be running and scrambling.
Do you know that the Bengals ran the ball 60% of the time on first? They're going to change their game plan. You can't run 6% of the time on first down.
And not against that team. I think Stafford's going to. Here's the thing. You know, you got Jalen Ramsey covering Jamar Chase. Who's covering Cooper Kupp? And the answer is nobody, because he's got 20. It's impossible. I mean, when you look at his stats, and once again, we're going to get to this later, but you can't cover this guy.
Uncoverable.
He's uncoverable right now. And his stats are out of control, like literally out of control for the season. He's got like 2,400 yards receiving. I mean, it's crazy. You can't cover him. No, he averages over 100 yards a game.
Record setting. But there is a case to be made for give him his and stop everybody else. The big play.
You got to stop Odell now. Odell had a monster game last game.
I'm saying give him his, but stop
Who's stopping Odell?
That's the game plan. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if it can be done. Most touchdown passes: Burrow plus 125, Stafford minus 157.
Stafford.
Okay. And I think Burrow. Most completed passes: Burrow minus 109, Stafford minus 114. Most completed passes. I think we're going to see a lot of quick hitters for Cincinnati because of the pass rush. Are you going Stafford? You're going Stafford across the board, except for maybe this last
tough.
one.
I mean, I think you could make a case that if I think the Rams are going to win and it's going to be 20-0 at halftime, Burrow's going to be throwing the ball a lot. So, but once again, if he's on his back 15 times, he got sacked 9 times against Tennessee. This defense is 10 times better than Tennessee, so it might be 90 sacks.
All right, we'll see. But there's always adjustments being made as well.
Yes.
First interception. This is like a flip of a coin. First interception: Burrow at minus 108, Stafford minus 115.
I might say Stafford in this too. I think he's going to throw. He throws some picks.
Yeah, he does, and it could be a little. There could be some nerves here for both. Although I just don't think Burrow gets nervous, but there could be some nerves here. Burrow looking to be the first player to win a Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl.
Who's the backup for the Bengals?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I think it does.
Well, I don't think it does, because if Burrow goes down, the game's over.
Yeah,
I think it does.
I just look, man.
I think it's Ryan Finley.
Oh, look at that.
Ryan Finley.
North Carolina State's Ryan Finley.
When you see Leonard Floyd and Von Miller and Aaron Donald, I just don't like who are you stopping?
Well, you're acting like the Rams ran the table here and have been blowing everybody out.
No, I know, but this is the playoffs.
If Tart catches that ball, they're not in the Super Bowl. That's
because Sean McVay stinks. But their defense, Aaron
he's
Donald,
still coaching.
Man, he scares me.
Yeah.
I talked about this last night on By the Book Beds. I mean, he scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just one of those coaches that's drunk on analytics.
Analytics. He's an analytic guy. Yeah, they're all analytics.
He's like it's the same thing with like Brandon Staley. I mean, like the coaches.
Who?
We
don't acknowledge that guy, man.
Yeah, nobody's worse than that guy.
He who shall not be named. I forgot to say
that guy's terrible.
It's coaches these days, like not just
every
football,
sport, man.
Like,
I blame baseball.
Exactly.
Baseball.
They're just trying to make it Moneyball.
Well, it's not just Moneyball. I mean, they want to bring. You're bringing these MIT guys and these Ivy League guys, which I don't want to kill the Ivy League guys, but like. You're bringing all these guys into the thing, and like the game is not about stats, man. The game is about
have a feel.
Yes,
you have to have a feel.
They try to do that with soccer, man. And all this stuff. It's watch the game, man. I watch with my eyes because it's all passing stats and all this stuff and running stats and all this stuff. I watch with my eyes. I can. I mean, the same thing with baseball. You could see, like you coach and you do, like you could see if a player's good. Like that kid that played at Holy Ghost. We knew no one Jones. Yep. But like, I mean, I can see and watch a game and see if somebody's good.
You also have to see the heart of the player. So
yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey. You watching on YouTube, remember to leave comments. Go down to the description box, the description box. Hit those links. That's where you're going to find Sean's preview.
That's right.
As well as injury reports, updated odds, and exclusive offers to various sports books around the country. And remember, hit that subscribe button. Hit it. We need it. We want it. We would really appreciate it. Remember to bet with your head, not with your heart. Don't go over your means. There is help for you if you think or know that you have a gambling problem, including 1-800-GAMBLER. When we come back, prop bets. Oh. Yes, there's plenty of them. There's plenty of prop bets. Come back, HowToBet,
Let's go.
And we're back with How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Sean and Sean Miller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to HowToBet or HowToBet.com podcast. I'm Daryl Sean along with Sean, the Genius Miller. And it is that time, folks. It's time for the big one. Cincinnati Bengals and Los Angeles Rams from SoFi Stadium. Remember, you watching us on YouTube, leave comments, good or bad. You want merchandise, ask us. We'll send it out to you. Also, go a little further down and hit that link on the description box. Hit the links to the preview. Sean, the Genius Miller's preview, as well as updated odds, injury reports, and exclusive offers to various different sports books around the nation. Sean, it's that time.
Before we start,
yep.
I know we're going to talk about prop bets. You've been very hot on the prop bets off the thing.
Yep.
I've been pretty good. If you notice here, I'm going to add a chain here. I'm going to add a chain every time I have a big week. So I've been
hopefully next week you're all weighed down.
I might get one of those Cuban link ones here, but we've been red hot, by the way. So.
Price of gold going up too.
That's right. So that just tells you how hot we've been right there.
That's right. We have been hot. We've been smoked. We had a hell of a year. No matter what happens in this Super Bowl, we have had a hell of a year.
I got to give a quick shout too, a little bit to my guy Josh Inglis, who's with
He's
Covers.
Been hot
Oh
too.
my God, this dude is on fire right now, man. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. He's just every bet he picks is on fire.
Yeah, he's on
man.
fire.
My guy Rick Fortenbaugh,
ride the heat, baby. Ride the heat.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, it is prop bet time. Everybody loves prop bets in the big game. Listen, a lot of people bet the coin toss. That's a 50-50 proposition, the time of the national anthem. But the in-game prop bets, the most popular one is generally the MVP and an anytime touchdown for a player. In the MVP voting, Sean, who do you like? Who do you like in this MVP? It's generally a quarterback.
Yes, generally a quarterback every once in a while. There is a Super Bowl. There is a person in this game who won an MVP who was not a quarterback. That's Von Miller.
Yes.
When the Broncos just absolutely annihilated Cam Newton. Mm-hmm. I could see this game playing out like that. So, I don't know if it would be, take a chance with Von Miller.
Aaron Donald's plus 1,600.
Yeah, he's and obviously the best defensive player in the league year in and year out. And I think he's going to have a monster game. But if you're going to give me Cooper Kupp at plus 700, and there's a chance he has 200 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns, I got to take him.
All right, so Cooper Kupp for you. I'll go chalk-ish, although Stafford's the chalk. I'll go Joe Burrow at plus 230. I just think that he's going to have a terrific game. But yeah,
I think
you could go Stafford. You could go Stafford at plus 130.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. I don't think, I just think if the Rams win, it's not going to be Stafford, because I think if the Bengals win, it's going to be Burrow, because he's going to be the guy. He's going to be running around, like crazy all game and completing passes and stuff like this. I just don't know who else it could be from the Bengals. Maybe Jamar Chase, but
Chase is at plus 1,500.
But for the Rams, Cooper Kupp is their best player. He's the best receiver in the league. I mean, he makes the plays. He catches the ball and makes plays and stuff like that.
Said it before, uncoverable.
Yeah, and I think if Stafford has a big game, Kupp is going to have a big game. So I think, you could give it to him. And he's the better player.
It's good value.
And it's better value.
All right. Anytime touchdown, very popular prop bet in the Super Bowl. Who you got?
Cooper Kupp. I mean, I
so
know
you have to pay $190.
Yeah, listen, you probably got to, I'm going to give you another prop later with the Rams. It's $190 minus $190. You probably got to parlay that with something like, I hate laying $190, but he's going to score a touchdown.
Now, I'm going to go with T. Higgins at plus 160. I think it's good value. I could see Chase being shadowed all day long by Rams. I think Higgins could have a good game here. So I'm going to go out, and it's it's a value bet for me at plus 160. I'll take T. Higgins for an anytime touchdown. Now let's get a little deeper in the. We went through 17 pages. 17 pages of prop bets from Caesars Sportsbook. Thank you, Caesars, for keeping me busy.
It's interesting. I wrote, in the story here, when we talk about the prop bet story that I wrote, it's not. The reason it's 17 pages, the Super Bowl is an event. There's parties and there's all these people going to the thing. So, it's people that are watching the game that might not be bettors. Mm-hmm. It's casual fans. It's, people they're there to watch the commercials or eat the food or stuff like this. So that's why they have, the coin toss and the length of the national anthem and, what color the Gatorade is going to be when it's dumped. Those things are all stuff that has nothing to do with the actual game.
Correct.
But you could still win money on. Like I always, I like the coin toss. I always
commercial,
bet
first TV commercial.
I take sales all
it's
the
an
time.
Event. It's become an event.
There's a lot of prop bets for those kind of people to get them interested. But there's also like a lot of prop bets for guys like us who, look through and you're like, man, there's so much stuff to go through. But it's tough. You can't bet. When you talk about bet with your head, not with your heart, you can't go through and bet 40 props because you're going to lose money. You have to find a couple, and you have to be really disciplined because if you're going through and you're like, that looks good, because they all look good, you're gonna lose a lot of money. You can't. This is the game. You have to. If you've been disciplined all year, we talk about all year. Find the best game and bet it. You have to do the exact same thing this game.
Absolutely. So, and we have identified as through 17 pages, we've each come up with our top 5 prop bets for the Super Bowl. So, Sean, you go first.
All right. So, I'm going to go Matthew Stafford over 286 passing yards and Cam Akers over 59 rushing yards. You're going to get that at plus 240 on Caesars. So, once again, I think Stafford's going to have a big day. Cooper Kupp could have 286 yards passing, receiving himself. Cam Akers, I think, you're going to be able to run the ball a little bit.
Well, if they have the lead, too, and you seem to expect them to have the lead,
exactly.
Akers then makes sense as well.
Yeah, obviously, I'm going to center a lot of these around Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp over 28.5, longest reception. I just think
that seems too easy, man.
That's
at minus 110.
Yeah, my over-under is the same. So it just, it's tough because maybe, you don't have one like that. But he catches the ball. He
generally gets free downfield.
He catches the ball at 15 yards and gets free. I mean, he's got to run 14 yards and, he's crossing.
I mean, generally he reads the defense and he's somehow wide open 25 yards down the field.
He's unbelievable. He's just unbelievable.
So that seems too easy. That's a really good bet, that over 28.5 for his longest reception.
Yep.
You're third.
I'm going to go with a little bit of once again, I said the minus 190 before. Aaron Donald to record a sack at minus 190.
All right, that might seem simple, and I think they're going to probably double team him. So, but and you have to give 190. Where you're like 190 for this, but
parlay it with something, or I wouldn't probably put that together. I would probably parlay that with something.
All right, so Donald to get a sack. Your fourth prop bet.
Matthew Stafford over 279.5 passing yards at minus 125. I just think he's going to have a big game.
All right, and then your fifth and final prop bet from Caesars.
This is, to me, it's a lock. Cooper Kupp over 104.5 receiving yards minus 120. He has 2,400 yards receiving so far in 20 games.
Let's remind everybody there is no such thing as a lock. Yes. But
to me, all those props that I'm looking at, and I said I'll bet heads at plus 100, but to me, of all those props, Cooper Kupp over 104.5 would be the one that I would target specifically. That would be my favorite bet.
All right, well, here's my 5. I'm going to go first with the passing and receiving yards leaders in a game exacta. So this is an exacta. I'll go with Joe Burrow to throw for more yards than Stafford, and I will go Cooper Kupp to have the most receiving yards. So if Burrow throws for more than Stafford and Kupp has the most receiving yards, I will win at plus 400. So I like that one at plus 400. Number 2, I'm going to go with Cincinnati, the outcome on their first drive. I could see them being a little tight early on. I said I don't think Joe Burrow gets tight, but I could see a little nerves and a little conservative type of playing. So I'm going to go a punt in their first drive at minus 122. Generally, Super Bowls start off a little slower as far as teams. It's kind of like a boxing match where the boxers are feeling themselves out the first couple rounds before they open things up. My third prop will be the player to score the first points in the game, and I will go with Matt Gay at plus 375. I think a field goal will be the first, and I could see it being from the Rams, so I'll go with Gay at plus 375. My fourth will be both teams with 35 yards or longer field goals. I think this is, to me, it's a lock. The way these guys kick, Gay and McPherson, I love this. I have to go at minus 120, but I think both will kick field goals 35 yards or longer. And my final one is a value for me. I'm going to take a shot on T. Higgins to score a touchdown and Cincinnati to win the game at plus 450. So they are our prop bets. They're my 5 from the 17 pages at Caesars. I'm going to put money on each and every one of them.
All right.
Yeah. Again, if you have or think you have a gambling problem, there's help out there, including 1-800-GAMBLER. Bet with your head, not with your heart. You watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. It's always free. It will never, ever, ever cost you a penny to hit that subscribe button, but do it for us. We'd appreciate it. Sean, the prop bets, there are plenty. I know it's a crazy week, and as we say, it's the Super Bowl. People get a little, crazy because it's the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, it's as far as betting purposes go, it's just another game. The money's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just a spectacle, but it's a football game. It's a football game. There's going to be some, it's a lot of the same props.
Don't go crazy is what I'm trying to say.
It's a lot of the same props. If you're betting certain things during the regular season, stay with those. If you've been successful betting, Cooper Kupp or whatever, touchdowns, stay with that. So, you can do that. It's just... you can very quickly get wrapped up in this thing, especially with the live betting. And it's just, you have to be, and listen, if you say, look, I want to bet 200 on this game, I want to bet 100, bet 100, spread it around. You could spread it around with whatever you want. Bet if you want to bet 50, spread it around, but don't don't get into the thing and then all of a sudden it's third quarter here and you spend 300 when you wanted to spend 50.
Exactly. It's at the end of the day, it's just another game of betting. So don't go crazy. When we come back, well, we're going to break down our picks for the Super Bowl. Will it be the Bengals or the Rams? We'll also give you our over-under predictions on this one, and we'll do it all after this, watching us and listening to HowToBet at HowToBet.com.
Let's get it.
Get it.
Welcome back to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Fine and Sean Miller, giving their thoughts, opinions, and analysis on how to bet, where to bet, and who to bet on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Bet or HowToBet.com podcast. I'm Daryl Fine along with Sean, the Genius Miller. Remember, you watching us on YouTube, go down, leave comments. That's right, good or bad. If you want merchandise, ask for merchandise. Then a little further down, you'll see that description box. Click those links. That's where you're going to find Sean's preview, as well as updated injury. We have Zuma for the Bengals. We don't know if he's playing, and he was playing really well, the tight end for the Bengals.
Yep.
You have the odds updates right now. It's at 4, and of course, exclusive offers to various sports books around the country. So get there early and often to HowToBet.com. And Sean, it is time. It is time that we break down this game. It's always a lot of hype, and we try to weed out the hype and give you what we think. And we've had a great year. We really, no matter what happens in this game, we had an unbelievable year. If you followed us throughout, you and took our picks, you've won money, and we're happy and we're glad to be able to do that for you. So hopefully we've made you some green, and we'll continue to do it after the football season. There's basketball, March Madness is coming. There's baseball, hockey. We've got it all, and football. So our resident genius will break down some of that football as we continue on throughout the year.
Yeah, it's big. It's actually. I know Super Bowl.
Thank you, people, for joining us, because there's a trillion different options, and we thank you for joining us on HowToBet.com.
Yeah, definitely. Sports, it never ends. Football ends this weekend, but the USFL will be back. But there's a lot of March Madness is coming up. Obviously, for me, Champions League and Europa League and NBA playoffs are getting ready to start. NHL playoffs already. The 3-month-long NHL and NBA playoffs.
Yes, 3 months of play. Yeah, hey,
starts in April and ends in next year.
And before we go any further, also, we are the least important people on this show. It's it's the truth. We have to thank our producer Trey the Nerd Wright. He's been terrific all year long. Tiffany Hartman, our executive director, Drew Jacobacci, he's the graphics. He's been unbelievable. Kaylee Edinger, unbelievable graphics. So there's a lot that goes into this show. It's certainly not just us. It's not even close to being just us. So they get us going. They do it all for us, and we have to really, really thank them. We appreciate them so much each and every week for our HowToBet.com podcast.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a team effort.
Team effort. John Moses
last night
running the show.
Yeah,
whip them.
FTT they called it. The Robbins Wrestlers for the team. They do it for the team.
They do it for the team.
It's when the team is working in the right direction, it helps everything else.
It sure does. All right, so now it's time to break this down. This game the line is, as soon as I gave them all credit, my headset's going completely cattywampus here.
Get rid of them all.
Whatever I said, I take back. My headset's going nuts. Cattywampus is it? Hey, 4-point spread. The Rams are favored by 4. The over under 48.5 right now. Now it could change as it gets closer to game time. I think it just might change actually, half a point or so with both the line and the total on this game. So. We know that you love the Rams. You've been on that NFC West all season long. I have to give you credit from show number 1. You said it's the best conference, the best division in football, and you love the Arizona Cardinals. You love the Rams. You loved San Francisco and even Seattle. So it panned out that the Rams or San Francisco were getting in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And it is the Rams. So -4. We'll do the line first, and then we'll take care of the total. So 4-point favorite, the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium. But I don't think it'll be. Well, it's never. A Super Bowl is never just one side as far as the fans go. I know it's in their home stadium, but still, it'll be a split, I think.
Yeah, and obviously, second year in a row after never happening that the home team is playing in the Super Bowl. I think. Look, Matthew Stafford threw. This is all in the story I wrote. Go to HowToBet and read this. He threw for 4,886 yards and 41 touchdowns this season. They brought the Rams. Knowing they had this game, and they always mortgage the future. They got to the Super Bowl 3 years ago, and they lost to your Patriots 13-3, and it was
terrible
just a boring, terrible game. A great game for the Patriots defense, and they brought in Odell Beckham Jr. They brought in Von Miller, the Super Bowl MVP. They brought so many, Jalen Ramsey a couple years ago. They're building for this. They get rid of their first-round draft picks all the time. I think, the key for me, when I said what to watch for, Cincinnati's offensive line, it has to play well. If the offensive line does not play well in this game, this is not going to be like the Tennessee game where Tannehill is going to be throwing 3 interceptions and, the Vrabel's going to be making terrible play calls. If the game plays out like that game did, the Rams are going to, it's going to be basically a blueprint of last season. If you remember last season's game, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life the whole game. It's a replay. I said Von Miller, the Denver against Carolina, where the Denver defense just smothered them. I think the defense of the Rams, which has been like a little bit under the radar this year. I know they've, obviously you got Aaron Donald, best player in the world, and all this stuff. I just think their defense is better than the defense of the Bengals. I think the offenses are pretty similar. So if you look at it like that, I think you have to side with the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams here. I'll probably bet it down to 3. But to be honest, you could keep it at 4. And I actually, and some of the other prop bets, I might maybe bet it up to like 6 and get a little bit of juice.
All right,
I just think it's
the Rams.
Yeah, I don't.
Rams is your pick.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-touchdown game.
And I'll give the Rams credit. They lost Cam Akers in the beginning of the season. They went out. They got Sony Michel. Henderson played well. Then he was injured. Cam Akers comes back, way earlier than expected from the Achilles injury. They lost Robert Woods early in the season. Van Jefferson stepped up at times. Then they go and get Beckham. On the other side of the ball, as Genius said, they went and did what they had to win this thing. But they've been really lucky too. They've really been lucky. Other teams have Tampa came all the way back, and then they blow the coverage, and then last week Tart doesn't catch the ball. I think they've been lucky. On the other side, Cincinnati's offensive line has struggled. I do think they'll make some adjustments. I don't know whether they'll keep them off Burrow throughout the game, but Burrow has been terrific, even with the pass rush coming at him. I think they need to run the ball a little better. I don't think they'll run it as much as they've had, especially on first down, the Bengals. It's an explosive offense. They just have something going right now. And for that, I'm going to go with Burrow. And remember, I'm getting 4 points here. I don't necessarily need the Bengals to win the game, although I probably will put some shekels down on the money line. All in all here, I will take the Bengals plus the 4. I think some of that luck runs out for the Rams here. So I'll take the Bengals plus the 4 points. Now, the total in the game, 48.5. Sean, you've been an over player all season long. Does the trend continue?
No, I'm actually going to look at the under. I think, once again, you saw last year it was 31-9 last year, so it was 40. I just think, I don't think the Bengals are going to, this is just how I just don't think the Bengals are going to score a lot of points. I think maybe 27-13, something like that. The way I see it playing out with everything, I've run the numbers in my head, 10,000 times, simulation and stuff like this. I just think that it's going to be Rams, and they're going to have a lead here and they're going to be able to run the ball, slow the game down, and I just think it's going to be under.
Yeah, and I've been pretty much probably played more unders than overs this year. I'm going to go over. I think this is going to be an exciting Super Bowl. I think there's going to be points scored in this one. So I'm going to go over the 48.5. I think both coaches have had that week to prepare. I think they'll both be ready. I think you're going to see some adjustments. I think you're going to see some plays that we haven't seen during the season by these teams. There'll be some trick plays. Both have exceptional speed. Cincinnati's speed is ridiculous on the offensive side of the ball. I do think that we're going to see some points scored in this one, so I'm going to go over the 48.5.
Just, I know we didn't have too many comments on YouTube, but obviously, had some Twitter comments and the support. We've had a lot of support. Obviously, from the new group chat here. The guys all over the place. Joe,
I've been we've been making the money.
Joe out in in Vancouver, and Daniel in Ireland, and Lucas in Poland, and Jamie in England.
You're all welcome to hop along. We've been making the money.
Yeah, Fraggles, all these guys, Miguel, Steven. I mean, these everybody's been pretty supportive of it, and obviously, we're real close to the end of the football season. I didn't know, but when we started back in August, how we were going to make it. But the good news is, football stops, or the NFL stops. The football, USFL keep going, but the betting will keep going. Basketball and soccer and baseball maybe, and some of these other sports, probably not hockey because only
nerd.
Only
we'll do some hockey.
We might do some hockey.
We'll do some hockey.
Yeah, Jamie's a big hockey.
Yeah, we'll do some hockey.
Lucas,
so we have a lot more coming for you.
NASCAR,
as the weeks
Formula One.
Rugby. We will take a break next week.
Yes.
Yeah,
World Cup.
We're going to take a break next week. Get us time to refuel here after this long football season.
I know you're ready for the World Cup at the end of the year.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I might actually. I think I watched a minute or two of the World Cup last time.
This year it's going to be. It's in Qatar, so it's going to be 8:00 in the morning in November. So
Let's
we're
give
going
you
to 8
something
o'clock,
to do.
11 o'clock, 2:00. So we might be in the studio watching the game.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it. I'll watch. I'll put some money down. I'll let you lead me through the football.
Take France.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll let you lead me through that as we go further. Remember, you watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Bet with your head, not with your heart. If you think or know that you have a gambling problem, there's help out there, including 1-800-GAMBLER. Remember, hit that subscribe button, like button, notification bell. Do it all for us. We appreciate it. When we come back, we will run down exclusive offers from various different sports books for this game at HowToBet.com. We'll do it all after this. Go to HowToBet.com.
Let's make that cash.
Let's take it back to How to Bet, hosted by gambling masterminds Daryl Fine and Sean Miller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to How to Bet or HowToBet.com podcast. I'm Daryl Fine. He's Sean, the Genius Miller. Remember, you watching us on YouTube, leave comments. If you want swag, merch, ask for merch, but you can leave comments, good or bad. We can take the bad and we can improve from those poor comments. Remember to go a little further down that description box. Click on the link. That's where you're going to find Sean the Genius Miller's preview. It's going to include the preview, the injury updates, odds updates, and exclusive offers to various different sports books around the nation. And there's so many to go with this week,
it's
Sean.
crazy.
Let's run it down for the good folks watching us and listening to us around the world.
Yeah, listen, obviously, when you join a new sports book, there's always going to be some offers, but there's even more offers this week because people are going to be opening accounts. And once again, look, when they say, deposit match, whatever, you take advantage of it. But, if you can put in $100, put in $100. You don't have to put in $1,500 or $2,000, whatever it is. I mean, just
bet within your means.
Yeah, definitely.
Have fun. You make some money.
Yeah, definitely. So, obviously our hot offer, we've been talking about Caesars Sportsbook, obviously, because, we buy the book bets, I go on and it's run out of Caesars. So using code HTBCZR, how to bet Caesar, right? And all these you can find on the How to Bet under Super Bowl betting offers. You get 100% deposit match free bet up to $1,500 when you deposit at least $50.
That's crazy.
So
that's great.
Maybe if you and it doesn't have to be on the game. You could bet it on Maxi over points or, Daryl's go-to and Manchester United to beat Burnley, whatever it is. So its first bet is risk-free. If you win, you keep the money. If you lose, they give it back to you in a free bet. BetMGM has a risk-free bet up to $1,000. This is in Arizona, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Iowa, Indiana, Louisiana. Louisiana, by the way, just joined us. Michigan, Mississippi, New Jersey, New York, PA, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Wyoming. Yeah, good basketball team.
Yeah, very well.
FanDuel Sportsbook. How about this? If you bet $5 on the game, they're going to give you $280.
No.
If any team wins a game, and someone has to win. It's a football game. There's gonna be thing. You bet $5, they're giving you a free
money,
$280.
Wow.
Free $280. Listen to that. They're dinging. It's so excited, right?
Ding.
Bet 365 Sportsbook. Bet $1 and get 200 in free bets. Here's the thing. When you're talking about some of these ones where it's risk you bet up to 2,000. Obviously, I know some people aren't going to bet 2,000, but here, if you open up a Bet 365 Sportsbook and you bet $1 and you're going to get 200 in free bets, they're giving you money to bet with.
It's unbelievable.
So, and you could turn that 200 into something, and get it out. DraftKings Sportsbook, 20% first deposit bonus up to $1,000. And they also have bet $5 and win $200. Whoever wins the game, if you bet $5 on the game, they're giving you $200 and they're giving you another $50 free bet on deposit. So they're giving you $250 for free. Betway Sportsbook, $1,000 risk-free bet. New Jersey, PA, and Colorado. Risk-free. You go in, you bet, you say Cooper Kupp, over thing. If he covers, you win the money. If it doesn't, they give it back to you.
Risk-free.
Fox Bet, risk-free bet up to $500. I love Fox Bet. It's one of the ones I use. Points bet up to $2,000 risk-free bet with promo code HowToBet, right?
Free money, yeah.
Typical 100% first deposit bonus up to $750. Unibet up to $250 risk-free bet. Sugar House has a 100% match-free bonus up to $250, and they have the slider, greatest thing in the world. Get $100 in free bets when you bet 20 with Borgata, and then TVG Racebook risk-free bet offer up to $300. All these offers are available on HowToBet. You go to the HowToBet website, you click under Super Bowl betting offers, you can claim now right from this site. Go through HowToBet. You're going to get all these offers for the site. You don't need all of them, but go through and pick as many as you want.
You're getting a lot of offers. Choose the one you want. They're all terrific.
That's right.
So you go to howtobet.com to get these offers. Go there now. Go there. Go there. I mean, just go there. You have up to the Super Bowl for these, and then they're always there at howtobet.com. But these offers are exceptional.
Got to give a quick shout out too, by the way, to I know we don't to kind of acknowledge him often, but Christian Campen, who's been unbelievable, the guy that behind the scenes for this, he's been great.
He's got
with
a funny accent. We don't bring him on.
Yeah, he's a big, he's a Liverpool fan, so whatever. But he's a good guy, you know. So he definitely helps us out and everything and backs us, and our guy Oscar and everybody over there.
Absolutely, we thank you all for a great football season. Thanks to Zach Schleien from Filter Off, one of our guests today. Get the filter off and get yourself a date for the Super Bowl.
Get some money and get some date. If you win some money with all these free bets, then you could go take your new date on to sushi or something.
Yeah, go get a date for the Super Bowl. Kyle Zorn from Tick Pick, we thank him so much for coming on. And then again, our team, our producers, Trey the nerd Wright, our executive director Tiffany Hartman, Drew Jacobacci, and Kaylee Ettinger, our graphics people, John Moses for running the ship here. We appreciate you all. And remember, if you do think you have a gambling problem or know that you do, please find help, including 1-800-GAMBLER.
I just thought about that tick pick. It's actually, it's like
tick pick.
It sounds like it's like tick pick, but it sounds like something. It's pretty funny. It's a good site, and there's no whatever it is. There's no commission. It's just whatever the price is in the app.
No fees.
There's no fees.
No fees. You know what you're getting.
When it says $250, it's $250. It's not $250, and then you go to the thing and it's like $375, and you're like, what the hell is this? What's this $125?
Get to TickPick for your tickets, all your tickets, sports and concerts, any entertainment. Go to TickPicks. Again, thanks to our crew. Thanks to Sean the Genius Miller. What a great football season we had. I'm Daryl Fine. So long. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Go to HowToBet, HowToBet.com. Love you all.
Let's go Rams.
Thank you for listening to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Fine and Sean Miller. For more information about betting guides, online gambling, betting odds, including NFL betting lines and odds, go to howtobet.com. Watch all How to Bet podcasts on YouTube. And to access all How to Bet podcasts, go to 1077thebronx.com/howtobet.